Visible Lady of Faith is her name. Applying the Sunday school lessons to our everyday life is her claim. Spiritual and personal growth is available to us all. Just practicing righteousness even when we fall. Sharing with y'all her heartfelt thoughts. Just trying to connect all the dots. A little creativity and fun along the way. Lessons learned won't ever lead us astray. Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Sunday School lesson for Sunday, September the 1st, 2019. Faithful during distress. What does distress mean? Distress means pain or suffering affecting the body, the spirit, or the mind. Okay, this Sunday school lesson is about why and how God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. These were cities that were just practicing things that God was not pleased with. So the beginning of the lesson starts off with us meeting a couple of angels, and when I was reading that, I was wondering how did Lot know that these men were angels? And so when he invited them to his house, he was sitting in the gateway, I guess like a courtyard. So they were going to stay in the courtyard overnight, but he convinced them to come to his house. So they said okay, and they came to his house, and he fixed a meal for them. So after they had ate, and I guess they were just chilling, there was this knock on the door. So it was these men. It said it was young men and old men, and they Lot opened the door, went out, closed the door behind him, and said, "What do y'all want?" And they said, we want to have sex with those men that you invited to your house, basically. So it's like, my question when I was reading that, how did these men know that these angels were at Lot's house? And another thing that I was concerned about, why Lot said, no, but I have two daughters. I mean, when I read that, it's like, why would a father offer his daughters to all these men? That I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that, because I would have never offered my children to anybody like that. So after they pulled Lot back in the house, I guess these men were like knocking on the door and telling them to come out. So these angels struck them blind, so that way they wouldn't be able to find the door. So the angels, or the men, was telling them, oh, we gotta get out. This town is gonna be destroyed. You and your family, and we have to leave right now. So Lot told his prospective sons-in-laws that we got to get out of here, because God is going to destroy this town. But they thought he was joking, so I guess they didn't go. So Lot, his wife, and his two daughters, and the two angels, they fled. So it was a little conversation about where to go, because the angels wanted Lot and his family to go to the mountains, but Lot didn't feel, I guess, he can physically make it there. So he said, well, let's go to some place closer. So they went to it looks like it was a plain, they said, which is like, just, I picture that as just open field, a lot of open field, open land. And there was a town called Zoar. So Lot felt that he can make it to this town, Zoar. So while they were rushing out, the angels wanted to make sure that they were a safe distance from Sodom before this sulfur and whatever rained down on the town to destroy it. Destroyed the people and their food and their livestock and everything. So when they were fleeing and a good distance from the destruction of the city, Lot's wife, it didn't say her name, so we don't know what her name is. She turned around and looked back to see what was going on, and she turned into a pillar of salt. So Lot and his daughters went on to Zoar, and I guess that was just a temporary place before they headed to somewhere. I don't remember the other place they were heading to. But anyway, I think what we can learn from this lesson is that there are consequences to our actions. So even though Lot was, God was judging Lot, I guess he still was kind toward him to not let him be in that city being destroyed. So I was trying to find something to say what we can learn from this lesson. So that's one of the things that stuck out in my head. There are consequences for our actions. Even though Lot wasn't perfect, and God still showed kindness toward him and his family by not including them in the destruction of that Sodom and Gomorrah, where they all would have lost their lives.